herb, green, Mary Jane, pot, chronic, weed, ganja, or marijuana. No matter what you want to call it, the cannabis plant has created an industry for itself as states like Washington and Colorado have made the consumption, production, and distribution completely legal under specific guidelines. After the passing of Amendment 64 in Colorado, residents are now able to possess up to an ounce and grow up to 6 plants of cannabis for medicinal or recreational use. For or against the usage of the cannabis plant, the industry is worth paying attention to, as over 20 states have decriminalized non-medical cannabis usage and possession in the U.S., while the industry has created millions of dollars in tax revenue for states and new job opportunities nationwide. Our country hasn't seen a cultural impact like this since the dot-com bubble of the 1990s, so I decided to grab my camera and go on an adventure which would allow me to speak with advocates, senators, and attend the first ever Cannabis Cup in America, produced by High Times Magazine in Denver, Colorado, giving you an inside look of the cannabis industry and the people on the front lines advocating for this plant. So buckle up and join us as KYnectid goes to the CanCup. To kick off our journey, prior to my travels to Denver, I had the opportunity to speak with Senator Perry Clark about the proposed Gatewood-Galbraith bill at a University of Louisville medical marijuana rally, promoting the medicinal benefits of cannabis, as I was curious about Kentucky's role in cannabis advocacy.
The bill has been introduced twice now, and we're calling it the Gatewood-Galbraith Medical Marijuana Memorial Act. What the bill really does, ultimately what the bill does, is it takes marijuana from a Schedule I drug with LSD and heroin and makes it a Schedule II, so it can be doctor recommended to patients. It also allows the patients currently, because there's not a distribution center, to grow their own marijuana and possess their own marijuana. They are not criminals. This is medicinal marijuana. It is a necessary herb. It's a natural plant on the earth. It's time for it to be set free, and we're working toward that end. We have a cannabis future in front of us. The young people know it. The progressives know that. A lot of people know and understand that. You know, the whole thing about the cannabis plant and even about the medical marijuana, to me, it's about justice. It's about liberty. It's about freedom. In the land and the free and the brave, a seed should not be illegal.
I wanted to witness this freedom Senator Clark spoke of firsthand, so I traveled 16 hours from Louisville to Denver and started my quest. Upon arriving, I was first taken by the area's stunning architecture and mountains, which seemed to peak in between the downtown skyscrapers. The mile-high city appeared to have a lot of construction going on, with new towers and condos emerging around every corner. I wondered if it had anything to do with the local MMJ industry. On the unofficial cannabis holiday, I make my first stop at Denver's Civic Center Park 420 rally. There were nothing but good vibes and cannabis smoke in the air, as an estimated 50,000 people were in attendance while authorities remained nearby. The rally featured activists, celebrities, local artists, vendors, and even the cannabis. And then it came, the countdown to 420.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It brings tears to my eyes, and those aren't tears
eyes are tears from knowing that for the first time we here are legal in the state of Colorado.
After the smoke cleared, I ventured off to my next stop, the first ever High Times Cannabis Cup in America. Unfortunately, after arriving, word spread quickly that a shooting had taken place at the rally I just left 10 minutes ago, injuring 3 people. Thousands from across the country stood in line circling the whole block, waiting to enter the 2-day sold-out event where tickets were going for as much as $600. Held at Denver's Exdo Event Center, there was an indoor area for MMJ businesses, cannabis advocacy groups, and innovators within the industry showing off their newest creations like glass pipes, cultivation supplies, and even 24-karat gold rolling papers. Outdoors, CanCup attendees were offered free samples of cannabis, t-shirts, and dabs, the smoking of high-potency cannabis concentrates in the form of wax or butter, not recommended for the novice cannabis consumer. I was amazed by the number of businesses who were also profiting from the cannabis industry, yet indirectly involved, such as food and beverage companies, visual artists, and clothing designers. Day 1 of the CanCup concluded with an official 420 concert featuring local artists and hip-hop legends Redman and Method Man, who tore the house down at Cervantes Masterpiece Ballroom.
When I say Method, y'all say man, Method, Method.
Day 2 of the CanCup continued with more free samples, exhibitors, and positive energy, concluding with an award show crowning Miss High Times and the world's best cannabis strains, propelling dispensary clubs into overnight success. Some of the winners were even brought to tears of joy after being awarded the High Times Cannabis Cup. Following the awards show, hip-hop artist Styles P performed some of his biggest hits for a more intimate crowd.
Enjoy your 42. I'm so high. I roll up, hop in the whipping like bounce to the ab. I get high cause I'm in the hood, the guns is around. Take a blunt just to ease the pain and humble me now. And I'd rather roll something up, cause if I'm sober, dog, I just might flip. Grab my guns and hold something up. I get high as a kite, all alone in the zone, go slow, dizzy, dying tonight.
Overall, my experience was very pleasant and informative, as I enjoyed the free-spirited residents of Denver and gained new insight regarding the cannabis industry, its regulations, and aspirations. I am anxious to see what the future holds for the cannabis industry and prohibition nationwide, as I am confident in believing that our country will not have witnessed a social and economic revolution like this since the prohibition of alcohol. For some, this plant serves as more than just a symbol of getting high, but as an icon representing liberty, economic independence, and patriotism.